The Super Bowl has come and passed, and once again, Tom Brady is consecrated as the greatest to ever play the sport. One thing I noticed while watching the Super Bowl is that, other than the refs, there were no women on the field. I wonder why. Actually, I don't wonder. The reason for this is that men, when it comes to physical sports, are superior to women. Men run faster, they hit harder, jump higher, react quicker. It is what it is. It doesn't mean that men are better than women. It just means that in some things, men are better than women, and women are better than men. Like, for example, cleaning and cooking. I'm kidding. I'm actually a pretty good cook myself. The best empanadas in North America. Ginger certified. The simple truth is, men have advantages in certain things, and women have advantages in others. And the reason for this is because men and women are different. But woke culture will have you think otherwise. In today's video, we explore Executive Joe's executive order on trans rights and the ACLU's myths about trans people in sports. That's gonna be good. Let's get into it. Trigger warning, because it's 2021 and apparently that sort of thing is needed. So, trigger warning. This video is not against trans people or trans rights. It's just about sports. You see, if you're a guy and you want to transition to be a girl or vice versa, then by all means, do you, baby. But I think that trans rights and women's rights clash when it comes to sports. And that's what we're going to be talking about. Let's get started with the ACLU. As always, I bring you to the awful world of Twitter. Sorry, but at the same time, just sorry. ACLU. Attacks on trans youth in sports are showing up in dozens of state legislatures nationwide. These bans are discriminatory, harmful, and unscientific. Here's why. 4 myths about trans people in sports debunked in school sports. Fact 1. Trans girls are girls. Myth. Sex is binary, apparent at birth, and identifiable through singular biological characteristics. There is no way for our bodies to be. There is no one way for our bodies to be. Women, including women who are transgender, intersex, or disabled, what does disabled have to do with anything? Have a range of different physical characteristics. Now I see why they added disabled. Motherfuckers. Biological sex and gender are not binaries. There are no set hormone ranges, body parts, or chromosomes that all people of a particular sex or gender have. Let's see what type of comments this gets. Well, we'll see the comments at the end. I can't find them for that particular one. I'm not that Twitter savvy. Fact 2. Trans athletes do not have an unfair advantage in sports. Ooh, let's see how they spin this one. Myth. Trans athletes' physiological characteristics provide an unfair advantage over cis athletes. Trans athletes vary in athletic ability just like cisgender athletes. In many states, the very same cis girls who have claimed that trans athletes have an unfair advantage have consistently performed as well as or better than transgender competitors. So just because some transgenders suck doesn't mean that some of them won't be superior because of all the hormones they've endured the rest of their lives. But whatever. Science. Let's keep going. Fact 3. Including trans athletes will benefit everyone. Debatable. Myth. The participation of trans athletes hurts cis women. Excluding women who are trans hurts all women. It invites gender policing that could subject any women to invasive tests or accusations of being too masculine or too good at their sport to be a real woman. They're gaslighting the shit out of you right now. This is unbelievable. It hurts all women because they're too good, so they're gonna be invasive with tests. That's bullshit. Fact 4. These aren't facts, by the way. What alternative facts, I suppose. Trans people belong on the same teams as other students. Myth. Trans students need separate teams. Trans people, like all people, may experience detrimental effects to their physical and emotional well-being when they are pushed out of affirming spaces and communities. Efforts to exclude subsets of girls from sports can undermine team unity, and youth derive the most benefits from athletics when they are exposed to caring environments where teammates are supported by each other and by coaches. Say it with us. Trans people belong everywhere, including on sports teams. I agree, but not like that. You see, If a woman transitions to be a guy and she wants to play in a guy sports team, do it. Do it. But if a man transitions to be a woman, I'm sorry, you can't do it. You've enjoyed so many years of testosterone. Your bones have grown thicker. That doesn't go back when you start taking hormones to block your testosterone. The benefits you received for all those years don't go away. Fact. Let's see some comments. Sports have always been separated by sex. Nobody voted for this psychotic change of the rules. Now that's a fact. Yeah, the ACLU are clowns. Again, clowns. Or just shit. This is nuts. And it's not just students. They're just getting into professional sports. For example, from the Daily Wire, women shouldn't accept third place in a race they won. I agree. Now, can you spot which one of these is a biological woman and which are not? Let me give you a little hint. Woo! Interesting. Through an executive order signed on his first day in office, Executive Joe Biden is now asking women across America to step aside and let biological males win the races, take their sports on competitive teams, and erase everything they have worked for and trained for, all in the pursuit of fairness, equity, and justice. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever you see the word equity coming out of a Democratic politician's mouth, run! That's just run. Communism is coming. In effect, Biden's asking women and girls to be gracious and smile politely from the sidelines as they accept third, fourth, or fifth place as biological males dominate the competition, sweeping out girls' athletic state championships and college scholarships. This is exactly what happened in Connecticut, where two biologically male runners brought home 15 women's state championship titles between 2017 and 2019. I lost out on countless opportunities to get placement, get titles, and qualify for further meets to display my talents to college coaches, said the biological woman. But let me give you a little. There you go. Generally, male athletes have longer and larger bones, giving them a significant advantage over female athletes. The greater articular surface and structural mass of male bones provide men with the advantage of both increased leverage and a larger frame to support muscles. Seems like we're different after all. Likewise, female ligaments are more lax and fragile than those of males, giving male athletes an edge in most sports, especially those that involve throwing, kicking, and striking. The disparity in ligament and tendon strength also results in a higher incidence of musculoskeletal injuries among female athletes. The ratio of muscle mass to body weight is higher in males, which provides greater speed and acceleration. This explains why women's speed records in swimming and running are consistently slower than those of men, and why, on average, women have 2/3 of the strength of men. For example, the fastest female sprinter in the world, Allyson Felix, has a lifetime best of 49.26 seconds in the 400-meter run. Based on 2018 data, nearly 300 high school boys in the US alone can beat that time. So let me put it simpler. At least 300 high school boys just in the US can beat the fastest professional running woman. So clearly, there's a difference. Sorry, ACLU. There's a difference. And this brings me to the positivity movement. I'm starting to really hate the positivity movement. This is what I mean by the positivity movement. One of the top women's magazines and health magazines was forced to apologize because after the holidays they said, "Come on ladies, let's go for a run and burn those holiday calories." That goes against the body positivity movement. Fat shaming. You can't encourage someone to get healthier. How dare you? This is the original tweet. Are you getting out for a run, walk, or cycle today? It's a great day to burn off those Christmas calories. Post your pics here. So you can tell, a fitness magazine apologized for telling people to burn off those Christmas calories with exercise. This is so messed up. I find it really sad that in 2020 you're promoting the need to burn off Christmas calories. I think that's a very triggering and outdated message to be sharing. You're encouraging women to work out from a place of guilt, shame, which I think is very negative and dangerous. PSA, no one needs to burn off or feel guilty about Christmas calories. I, for one, will not be moving today. Okay, die of diabetes. Who gives a shit? Bye. Darwinism at its finest. How dare you? I'm not fat. I'm beautiful the way I am. You're not healthy. We're trying to help you. Ay. When I open a coffee shop with all my YouTube and BitChute money, please like and subscribe. Help a brother out. Gotta open the coffee shop. When I open that coffee shop, you best believe I'm gonna let everybody in. Trans, not binary, whatever. Your money is good at my shop. All I'm saying is, trans rights should stop when they encumber on other people's rights. And I think that women's rights are being encumbered upon. If you have a daughter, this has to bother you. Sport is such an important way for young kids, including women, to build confidence and socialize. And it's being slowly taken away from them. So before we move on, here's a little montage of women dominating women's sports. Actually, before I show you the montage, I think it's important to point out that these people, these trans athletes, they're not bad people. They're not bad actors. They're just trans and they want to move on with their lives and play sports. And I get it. The thing is that by doing so, they're taking away the ability for biological women to compete fairly. Having said that, let's look at the video.
Transgender MMA fighter has said she wants a license to fight.
And now let's talk tomboys. When I was a young lad, I had a crush on several young tomboyish girls. Tomboyish girls are girls who like sports, dress with shorts, maybe skater shoes, maybe a backwards cap. But now, tomboyish girls are disappearing. And why? Because when a little girl now tells the wrong parent that they like sports or they like boy activities, they're pushed and told that they are actually a boy in a girl's body. They're actually trans. Check out this disturbing video.
You are a transgender boy. You know what that means?
So you were born a girl, but you feel like a boy, right? That kind of means you're transgender. Okay? And that's okay, but that's just the term for it. Do you like doing quiet girly activities, or do you like jumping around and being crazy and tackling everybody? Boy activities.
How is that not abuse? Please comment down below because it's mind-blowing to me. Just because a little girl likes little boy activities doesn't mean that they're trapped in a girl's body. But what do you guys think about this situation? Am I completely wrong on this? Am I stuck in the past? Is there a way for... I don't know. Please, comment your opinions down below. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on BitChute. I don't know how long I'll survive on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. See you next time.